Good morning, everybody, wherever you are. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today, a card is picked from a Sacred Geometry deck called Sacred Geometry DNA Frequency Activation by Leon von Kranenberg. And what it has on there is that these are the codes, the keys to realizing your divine nature. As we gaze upon these sacred geometries, I will say when I was first introduced to this, they had us gaze upon, soft gaze, slightly kind of closed eyes as if you're kind of sleepy. And they had us gaze for 71 seconds, I believe. We're gonna gaze, I believe the recommendation is 7 seconds. I'll double check that later when I do these further. I thought I was going to stick to just using one deck and going through that deck, but I seem to be drawn to work with multiple decks. So here we are with Sacred Geometry. I will be at a Sedona conference this weekend displaying some of my copper triskelions that are precisely at the measurement of 52.4 centimeters. Taken from the Great Pyramid, those measurements, one continuous wire, and it is considered the spiral of life, the balance of mind, body, and soul. And created at that specific frequency is 144 hertz, which has the ability to restabilize water. If you don't know about that, you can look up Dr. Emoto's water crystals. Maybe I'll put it in the description below. And it just restructures our water. We are water. We can restructure the water we drink. We can place these copper triskelions underneath our water glasses. You can use it for meditation. By wearing it, you are creating a healing vortex in your toroidal field of 144 hertz. I've also been making these for pets to put on their collars. Recently I made one for a beautiful dog named Naga in Mount Shasta. And that dear one needed a balance of the thyroid. And that was what I was drawn to provide for Naga. So something to think about. We have all these healing modalities. It's not just for us. It's also for our beautiful friends, right? And as they're humans, we can provide this to them. Crystals, there's all sorts of things. I love working with animals. I love working with people too. That's why I'm here. So let's continue, shall we? This particular sacred geometry, we're going to now take a breath. Deep breath in. Hold for 3 seconds. And breath out. Hold for 5 seconds. Deep breath in. Hold. Breath out. Hold. Deep breath in. Hold. Breath out. Hold. Beautiful. So, I apologize if I'm a little throaty. Must not have had as much hot water this morning as I usually do. So, this card is expansion. Still the mind, quieten the senses, free yourself from limitation, concepts, theories, assumptions, dogmas, and creeds. For those disruptive energies confuse the mind and distort the truth. When the mind is free and unlimited, It is capable of discerning and understanding that the divine natural intelligence is within and is the key that opens the door for the complete expansion of Creator God within. The Christed consciousness. Sit with the divine in meditation, in silence, embracing the infinite love, wisdom, and power that you feel it pertains to, through you, and around your being. Recognize and realize this mighty intelligence is working through you for humanity, and it is the instrument through which the divine expresses itself. Awareness of our oneness, the divine nature, enables us to expand from our perceived limited state into the beautiful and magical expression which we instinctively know ourselves to be. We then identify ourselves with the cause of all things, our thoughts, which manifest in our lives. We were therefore to strive as a natural sequence to realize powerful harmonious thoughts and thus experience the emotion of these beautiful thoughts, appreciating the value of divine thinking. Expansion flourishes when the mind is still, and one is firmly rooted in the present moment, for creativity can only happen in the present, the now, the only time there is. Realize that the present moment is eternity, and your expansion will be according to your understanding, continuous, renewed creativity of infinite potentiality in alignment with the divine mind. So, the divine mind. What does that mean? The divine mind is that which you could also call it heart mind. There's something out there called heart math, which I encourage you to also look up. This little quote here that talks about there's only the now, and only that which can be created, the experience that you want, is in the present. And there's a great little movie, Kung Fu Panda. And in that movie, I think it's the first one, his sensei, the turtle, talks to the panda and tells him that all we have is now, and it's a gift, and that's why they call it a present. It's so simple. Every now moment is a gift because it is the presence of you in your body. We walk around daily, and even though we're walking around daily in these avatars, we're not always in our bodies. Oftentimes, any time that your thought goes somewhere else, you can picture that almost as if you're transporting a piece of you to that place. And make a note of it. When this happens, where your thoughts are somewhere other than you are, and it often happens where we're somewhere where it could be boring, you could be in traffic, and you'd rather be somewhere else. But try it today. Be present in wherever you are. Be like a child and be curious. If you're stuck in a car for traffic, be curious. Breathe. Look at the cars around you. Possibly take a look at the people as they go by or as they hang out. Maybe they're hanging out with you and you're just stuck there. And you guys can give yourself a little nod and a smile like, here we are again. We're in traffic. You know? Yeah, a little wave like, hey, what's up? Do something different out of the ordinary than people would normally do in a situation like that, right? In an experience. Be an observer. And just look around with the curiosity of a child. See what you notice that you haven't noticed before on that drive. Maybe you're in a boring office. Maybe you're outside in nature. See everything as a living entity, whether it's the rock in front of you, a stack of papers on your desk. See it all as living and see what shifts for you. Because if everything around us has consciousness, and believe me, it does, we are all made up of energy. Everything in front of us vibrating at a different frequency. We don't just have the solid, liquid, and gas that we've been taught of in school. So what if you saw something as living? What would his experience be? Maybe those papers on your desk, maybe they want a new experience. Maybe they want you to take one of them and turn them into a paper airplane and fly it into your neighbor's office. This is what I'm talking about. Think out of the box. Play. Expand. For this is our card today. Expansion. I wish you a wonderful, magical day. I love all of you. Be well, and I'll talk to you again soon.